Listener, this is a sensitive subject. Mind you, I got this channel message for you. When did I get this channel message? I'm going to tell you the date. On July the 20th of this year, 2024, is when I got this channel message. And you guys know how I am. If I'm being divinely guided to put a message on hold, I will until I'm divinely guided to release the channel message that I received. This is it. There's not too many of you. Okay? We don't have many of you. And you still have your own identity. What I'm saying is there's not many people like you. It has to do with unorthodox and innovative. And you're not wrong for being different. You're not wrong for being an original. That's why I said we don't have many of you. Okay? And right now, I used to really focus on the retrograde and things like that. Sometimes it'll hit me. I'll be like, okay, what phase are we in? But this is a straight general message. I said that to say this. You're being asked to get back center focus on what it is you have been called to do. Whether that's recounseling with a friend, family member, going back to school, going to work, asking for that raise, changing job careers, starting a family, proposing, anything that has to do with something that you already had a focus on, but you took your focus off of it. Okay? I don't care about the distractions. I don't care if you are no longer interested. I don't care if you just said, you know what? I don't care anymore. That's between you and God. That's between you, yourself, and you. I'm just delivering the message. We don't have many of you. So I'm being encouraged to tell you to keep your head up high. And just because for some of you, we have a percentage of you, you have the means, in reality, you have everything that you want. But there's something specific that you want that money can't buy. The other percentage of you, because I can't put a number on it, you need to actually do what it is that you said that you were going to do. Because we don't have many of you, of what it is that you have been ordained to do, or what your gift is. My third group of my percentage of you, this has to do with turning over a new leaf. We don't have many of you. Some people go years being scorned. Some people go years and never turn over that new leaf. You're being asked to turn over a new leaf. As long as you do your part, do not be concerned about how it's supposed, the results of it. Now you are free. You no longer have constraints. You're not constrained. You're not attached to whatever you had to turn over a new leaf. And some of you are like, what is she talking about, turning over a new leaf? Turning over a new leaf is a form of reconciliation. Please forgive me. Will you forgive me? And you move forward. And you know that the leaf has been turned over is because your forgiveness is being accepted. It has been approved. Now the outcome of the person that forgives you, or a group of people, I don't know your story. I'm just delivering the message. Focus on your part. Because your part is essential. It's important. And it don't have to do with you breaking the bank. It doesn't have to do with you losing yourself. It doesn't have to do with you putting in hard work to prove yourself. It doesn't mean you're going to be enslaved into a situation. It's saying you do your part, moving on, moving forward, and don't try to control nothing else that's attached to what you're moving forward towards or doing or your center focus. Okay? I want to share with you. Like right now, I'm in a position in life where I'm accepting the opinions of others. Even though I may not agree, and it's not me being combative, I know myself. I understand my flaws. I've accepted my flaws. I understand my toxic traits, because everyone has a toxic trait. I understand my toxic traits. I understand my good qualities, and I understand my possible potentials. Okay? And where I am, if you allow me to share, right? I'm at a part of my life where any attachment that I do not understand, I'm going to resolve it. And 90% of the time, those attachments that I don't understand, they end up detaching it themselves. God makes it to where I no longer have to be in a situation or a circumstance. That's why I'm so thankful that God will never leave me nor fail me. And it's hard to put the battle and give it to God, because we always want to be in control. We want to be at the forefront. We want to see everything. We want to control the pieces. And once you literally allow God to divinely guide you and let God work it out, okay, it's going to feel overwhelming. Sometimes you can feel worthless. Sometimes you can feel less deserving. Sometimes you can feel like you're not doing enough. Sometimes you can be overly exerting yourself to the point where you're no longer aligned with where you're supposed to be currently. When it comes to being an original listener, this is just you as a person. You choose to upgrade yourself. You choose if you want to be a limited edition. You choose. It's your choice. You know, you can have a premier version of yourself with limited access. There's so much capabilities. And I'm learning this every day. You know, sometimes I'll get stuck in a false world, and then when I get out, once I remove myself out of that false world, and when I say about a false world, it's kind of like that moment. It's like, okay, what am I doing today? What am I going to do? How am I going to operate? Where am I going to set my focus? And sometimes when I'm in that mode, I'm in a false reality, because now I'm overwhelmed, I'm overbearing, and I'm trying to figure out why. When I'm in a position where I should not have no worries. I should feel the sense of the freedom to not feel obligated, the freedom to extend my happiness and share my happiness, then isolate my happiness in my own zone. So I want to pull some cards. First, I'm going to start off with the telepathy oracle. I'm going to start off with those. And then I want to look behind the scenes, listener. I would like to look behind the scene in regards to, you know, what happened behind the scenes to where you feel like okay, because I'm hearing the old version of you is gone. It's a new version. And we kind of touched on that, but not directly in those forms. So, as you change, listener, you're not going to accept the changes that you are making until you truly accept your original being, your original mind state. Because that's where the gratitude comes into play. It's kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm mature about this situation. Or, oh, yeah, I could have took matters in another way, but instead I did it this way, right? Turning over those new leaves and not trying to be in control over the outcome. But you're no longer attached. And like I said, God will remove what's attached to you if you let go of that control. Okay? And there is a thing about faith without works. So just keep that in mind as well too. Okay? Faith without works. All right? All inquiries, email spiritualguideandlight@gmail.com. I'll answer the emails in the order that they are received. Also, just a FYI, we do have a YouTube channel, and there you will find your individual zodiac sign sessions, as well as the collective sessions, earth, air, fire, and water signs. All right? Keep in mind that this is a general reading. All readings are general. They're not personal readings, and you are not going to resonate with every channel message. This is something that you will always hear me say, okay? Because I have new people coming every day, all right, that are afraid of change. Okay, they're afraid of the outcome. And that's what I'm saying. I need you to accept your original being, mind, body, and soul. Because some of you are afraid of transformation. You have the motivation mentally, but the action is different. Some of you, it's because there's distractions. You've allowed others to project who you are, who they think you are. And I don't think, is what I'm now learning moving forward, I'm not going to fight who I am. I'm not going to go into battle with someone to tell me who I am. I have no problems if you telling me flaws about myself that that you can propose to me that, you're asking me to fix. I have no problem with navigating those areas. But if you're projecting your flaws onto me, we're not going to have a problem. I'm going to allow you to detach yourself. Okay? That's what I'm going to allow you to do. So we have let go. It says, some things are best. Let go and let the universe work it out in its divine timing. And this is exactly what I said. Give it to God. And let God do it. What's not supposed to be attached to you will detach on its own. Where you're supposed to be, you will end up being there. What belongs to you will come. Faith without works. So let's say you want to upgrade yourself. You're not just going to wake up, you know what I mean, and you have a brand new car sitting outside, or you have a brand new wardrobe, or you have your, fairy tale person laying next to you. No, faith without works, meaning we're going to tackle every aspect of what it is that you want to upgrade in your life with yourself. And it's going to be a process. It is going to be a process. All right. There's some things, that you can change overnight, like brushing your teeth. If you're not used to brushing your teeth, get into the habit of brushing your teeth. If you're not used to walking, start walking. If you're not used to reaching out to loved ones, start reaching out to loved ones. Don't try to control the outcome. All you're doing is reaching out. Extend your olive branch with the reaching out. Don't force anything. And one thing, as just a side note, when you're reaching out to family or friends or someone specific that that you feel like is your person, all right? Don't have a high expectation, okay? Basically, maintain your happiness with those connections and move forward. Because if it's an ongoing basis of you reaching out to friends, loved ones, or this person, it's you doing it by choice. It's not chasing anything. I don't want you to get trapped in the trends of you're not supposed to chase anybody. Okay? And we'll talk about chasing another time. If I'm led to discuss it. Because some people are losing out on connections. Some people are losing family, friends, and loved ones. Your person, your future person, all because they are living for the approval of everyone else. When they're not understanding that the people that they're looking for approval from, those people are approving themselves, their actions. They're not worried about what the next Joe and Sally's decisions are about your choice. Because I want to share with you, when it comes to past persons, I literally had to reach out to someone. But this is how, things played out. Something had to happen for me to realize, like, oh, there is a person that I do love and that I do care about, despite of the detachment and the connection is long distance. And to confirm if there is even a connection, I don't think there's a connection. But as in regards to us being civil, I know that I'm able to communicate my wants and my needs. And I know that, my past person will project their flaws onto me. I've accepted that. One day they will admit, So I had to literally, I don't call it going backwards. I call my heart being at peace, to find out that they said that I hardened their heart. They didn't say I broke it. They said I hardened it. And so I had to clear the air. Despite of me clearing the air, in their world, my world's never penetrated their world. It's a place of darkness. The world that they've created for me and them. Now everything outside of me and them, I'm under the assumption that it's a happy space. This person is excited. Did I give some of my energy? I did. I gave it freely because I needed this person to know that you do matter to me. And if I never talk to you again, your last conversation was with me speaking my piece from the bottom of my heart. I shed some tears, but they were releasing tears. I didn't feel burdened. I wasn't sad. It was like a burden that I didn't even know how much this person impacted on my heart. And now I am at peace. I have peace, but when it comes to that connection, I am at peace. So we have to let go and allow God, the universe, what's yours is yours. Okay? And I don't want you to get blindsided with, well, am I the last option? No, I don't want you to think that low. Okay? Because what makes you happy is what's going to make you happy. And that's the option. Happiness. Okay? We have marriage in reverse and intense. And accept. For some of you, accept that someone is not your person. I had to do it. You get what I'm saying? In divine timing, 11:11. 11:11 is twin flame energy, meaning your twin flame is supposed to teach you a lesson and you teach them a lesson in the hopes of not just you learning the lesson, and if they learn the lesson, you come back together and now you are divine counterparts. That's my opinion. I'm not going to debate about karmics, twin flames, divine counterparts. Okay? So we have 11:11 here. You guys may be cordial, but this is your person. You know it and they know it. If this has to do with family, your family know you are the one to keep it together. You are the brains of the family. Okay? They're brains as a group, but it's chaos. It's not peace. It's ongoing dysfunction. Others of you don't have dysfunction in your family. You're just lost. You have everything that you want. You have everything that you need. And it's so crazy to say that people, you're in a place where you're like, I don't even want to deal with people. You've had a variety of connections with people to the point where it's just like, where do you start? It's like you want to create a new world from scratch. You're wanting to start over. You've traveled. You've been here. You've tested. I mean, so it's kind of like, where do you start? Give it to God. Ask God to show you. I'm not telling you to stand still on it. You know what I mean? Shoot. I don't know if you're a researcher. There's something about you needing to research something. Okay? Something about needing to research something. But let me see what else comes out in this telepathy oracle. And then we're going to move forward and we're going to look behind the scenes to see what impacted you to where you are not understanding that you have control of yourself. We have Link coming out again. The bond of love grows stronger over time. I'm telling you, these are family, friends, loved ones, or your person. It's, this is the acceptance. I accept you, accept me. Ask God. God, I ask that you remove that power that people project on the listener. Even me, I ask you to remove those flawed projections that people try to put on us and try to form them as our characters, and they are not. Remove those ways. Alright. And then trust the process. You need trust in a relationship for it to thrive. So this is also confirming no longer trying to control the outcome after turning over a new leaf, doing your part. Okay? We don't have many of you. And that's what I was saying. Some of us, we don't want to wait to lose someone to be able to tell someone that you love them or that you apologize. That's what happened to me. I was in a moment, okay, my kids are okay. My family does their own thing. So me going out of my way, I'm not going to disappoint myself. I already know the outcome. I'm not going to control the outcome. But when it's time for me to have that conversation, I will. But the one that I want to run to right now is my past person. I just want you to know that I love you from the bottom of my heart. And it felt a little heavy on me because it's like, dang, it took an event to happen for me to like literally wake up and say, oh my gosh, I don't think I know I love this person. My heart is not hardened, but I have to let this person know. I have to be in this person's arms. If it's just for this one night and I never get to see them again. I am now at peace. Because every unanswered question that I had, I got all of my confirmation. Now, I'm not telling you to do what I did. I'm sharing with you to give you hope. And I want you to make the choice because you want to make whatever your choice is. Sometimes we have to be motivated by someone else, or we have to hear someone's testimony to allow us to open up our minds and to open up our choices on what it is to do. Sometimes God sends a word. And I'm happy that you showed up, and I hope you're happy that I showed up for you. So let's go ahead and move into behind the scenes. What happened behind the scenes? I'm only going to take one card, and I'm going to shuffle real good here. Well, I'll try to shuffle real good. Okay. And I'm going to do 3 more shuffles. That's 1. That's 2. And this is 3. All right. All right, hold on. We got 2 cards. I had 2 cards that I didn't even realize was set aside. And I wish you guys could see me. And that's why I love when I go live on YouTube. It's because you're able to see your spread. You can see everything that's going on. When I'm doing the podcast, it's a trust thing. I'm not a reader that picks cards. I don't do that. But this is what's on the side. You have gambling and broken trust here. And this is about taking a chance towards the people you love, right? Who've broken the trust. And you trust in the process that you can trust again. And don't try to control the outcome. So what's behind the scenes is trust issues. Yeah, that's the main energy, trust issues. All right? That's why some of you are unable to be your original self. Some of you have the lack of direction when it comes to the upgrade, or showing a demo of you or preview of you. It's like you gotta build trust again, not just with people, but with yourself. You get what I'm saying? We don't have many of you who's willing to put in the work. We don't. All right? We have signs. And it's coming in reverse. Stop looking for validation. Stop looking for validation in love. Distribute love. Become love. Overextend love. Give love so good to where it makes you feel on cloud 9. Okay? I want you to distribute love potion number 9. All right, and there is no bad side effects. The only side effect that's going to be is love. That's the experience that I need you to give, and that is going to help you with your trust issues. All right, be committed. Be committed to maintaining trust. Be committed to healing those trust issues. I know you can do it. Okay, I know you can do it. For some of you, it's not going to be easy, all right? And we think that easy, when we're in the mode of easy, things should be simple, okay? So when it comes to you making a commitment to maintaining trust, I need you to really go within. Really, really, really go within. And know that the love that you distribute moving forward, don't allow anyone's false perceptions to deteriorate you from your commitment. Okay? Don't worry about no divine connection at this time. Faith without works is nothing. So work on yourself and allow God to show you the way. Okay? Okay? Now we're going to pull you an I am message. Let me see. What is the listener's I am message? What is the I am message for the viewer? We have affirmation. Yeah, it's coming in reverse, my love. Meaning you're being asked to speak life. And I feel like that love is what's going to bring life back into your situation, back into your heart, even in your head space. It's going to be precipitated. And I really feel like you're going to receive love in all the places that you were never looking. I'm just saying. So when it comes to affirmation, it says, I feel like I'm screaming. It says, I listen to myself and I acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and I'm respected by others. There's the love. All right, listener. Make sure you go over to YouTube and check out those readings. Make sure you subscribe. You don't have to check out my readings today. You know, I need you to get ready to be on the commitment with distributing love first to yourself. All right. I need you to take your Ace of Cups. All right. And that overflow of that love, the matters of your heart, the arts of your love, is going to fill other people's cups. All right? All right. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, to women